What is up, guys? We're back with another video, and today we're checking out this case right here, which is the HYTE X50. And it is a pretty interesting case, but it's turned out to be one of the favorite cases that I've actually reviewed lately. So let's go ahead and take a look. This video is brought to you by ADATA's SC740 external solid state drive. With speeds of up to 1050 megabytes per second, it can handle any task you throw at it. It also offers military-grade shock resistance, so you have that peace of mind, and there's even a built-in cable. To learn more, visit thinkcomputers.org/SC740. Now let's get into the video. Before we get started, let's go ahead and talk about the different color options you do have available for the case. That's one thing HYTE is known for, is putting out some pretty unique colors when it comes to their cases. So we have the white version, as you can see here, but you can also get this in a pitch black, a wild cherry, matcha, strawberry milk, and taro milk. And then they have a new astral orange, which we did see at CES back in January. That is sort of like a Valve orange color, which I really like as well. As we take a look at the X50, it just has a shape and like just look to it that kind of makes it seem like a retro case, but at the same time, something modern and unique. I think it has a lot to do with there's no right angles on this case at all. Everything is curved. Like almost everything you see on this case is curved, and that's what I think makes it truly unique. And of course, we're gonna go into all of those features. Now, as far as size goes, I would say this is a larger mid-tower. It's not massive by any means, but it's definitely bigger than your standard mid-tower. I'll go ahead and put the official dimensions up on the screen here like I always do. As we start at the front of the case, we have a completely mesh design. The view from the front really makes those rounded edges stand out. Now, this mesh on the front is actually small holes, and it's worth mentioning because there's no filter behind it. I do feel that these holes are small enough that you're not gonna have debris flying in your case. And of course, less interference means that we're gonna have better airflow overall. Removing the front panel of the case is really easy. So you just pull from the bottom, and it simply just comes off just like that. Now you can see we do have a cooling mount here, and we actually have 3 of HYTE's FA12 fans. Now this case will not ship with any fans at all, but the FA12s sell in 4 packs, and they actually sent us over 2 4-packs to fully load this case out. So you can fit in this cooling bracket, you can fit 3 120 or 140 millimeter fans, as well as radiators up to 360 millimeters. Now, it is worth noting if you are installing any fans on the front here, is that you are able to route all of these cables down through this little channel here. So there's this channel down here. This allows you to, of course, take all your cables, route them behind, so they're not in the main compartment of the case just looking ugly. So you have this right here, and I was actually surprised how easy it was to push all of these cables through and then pull them out on the other side. As we move up to the top of the case, we can really see what sets this case apart from pretty much any other case that's out there. The first thing is that this tempered glass panel is actually a curved panel, and it extends all the way to the top of the case and actually takes up like almost all of this top section of the case. This gives you a look down into your system. It also allows you to take a look at your power supply compartment, which again, has no right angles. It's actually curved right there. The opposite side panel is also slightly curved again, so this case has no right angles. Also at the top of the case, of course, you're gonna find your buttons and connections. So you have a large power button here, which you can see does light up when you have your system turned on. You have 2 USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A ports, a USB 3.2 Gen 2x2 Type C port, and a combination headphone and microphone jack. If we take a look at the main side of the case, we get a glimpse at the side panel, which is going to show off all of our hardware inside. From this side, we can also see that we do have some really nice feet, which are going to lift the case off the ground for better airflow for bottom mounted fans. Now, this glass panel is actually a single piece, which could make it a little difficult to get installed or remove, but I think HYTE has done a really good job here. So there is a little groove here at the bottom. You simply pull up on it, and it just releases the panel, and you can pull the entire single piece off. Now, the only thing is once you have this single piece off, you wanna be very careful of where you place it because it has this curve in it and it could fall over, so just be cognizant of that. And then when you're putting it back, you sort of just line it up and it kind of just slides right back on. And like I said, you can see just how simple that is, but you just want to be careful. The opposite side of the case is all ventilated. It makes use of the same type of design that we saw on the front of the case. The opposite side panel has the same sort of design as the main panel. So we just put our fingers right here, pull up, and the panel will easily release. If you want to put it back on, you simply just line it up just like that and slide it right back down to lock it into place. Moving around to the back of the case, we can see that towards the top is actually where our power supply is going to be mounted. Then we have our motherboard mount, a fan mount that supports 120 millimeter fans, and then we have more ventilation. The interesting thing about the ventilation is that it makes use of a louver blade design, which actually reduces exhaust impedance by slicing through hot air, while at the same time reinforcing the rigidity of the case. HYTE does include 3 extra Velcro ties for the back of the case. These don't come pre-installed, but as you can see, they're actually used for your power supply cable, as well as all of the other cables coming from your motherboard to keep everything nice and organized. With the case on its side, you can see that we do have a filter on the bottom. This is a magnetic filter, so you just simply can remove it like that. And you can see that we have mounted 3 more 120 millimeter fans in the bottom of the case. When you are mounting these, this is how you're gonna access, your screw holes and everything like that. But the process is really easy. And again, when you're done, you just put that filter right back on. As we get inside the case, we can see that the main side here has a pretty open layout with exception of the power supply compartment at the top of the case. As far as motherboard support goes, this case will support extended ATX motherboards up to 10.6 inches, ATX, micro ATX, and mini ITX motherboards. Sadly, there's no back connect motherboard support, but all around the motherboard tray, you're gonna find a bunch of cable routing holes. When it comes to graphics cards, you're gonna be able to install graphics cards as long as 430 millimeters in this case. So the longest graphics cards will have no problem in this case. As far as your CPU coolers go, they can be as tall as 170 millimeters. Now it is worth noting, because we have our power supply mounted at the top, your GPU power cables are likely not going to be long enough to go fully under the actual motherboard and come out from here. I had to actually route out the side and then down under my card, and it sort of just made it in there. So if you don't have long power supply cables, you might want to get an extender if you want, just proper cabling or nicer looking cabling when it comes to your graphics card. Towards the front of the case, we find a side mount cooling bracket, which supports 3 120 millimeter fans, as well as radiators up to 360 millimeters. There's also bottom mount cooling, which is actually in the floor of the case, which I really like compared to other cooling mounts that I've seen on cases that are essentially just like on the bottom of the case. This gives a more hidden look, and of course gives you more room for expansion cards. Now we've actually installed 3 120 millimeter fans here, and that is the max support that you're gonna see on this bottom mount. With the opposite side panel removed, we can get a look at how the rest of the case is designed. At the top, we of course have that power supply compartment. Here we can fit ATX power supplies up to 223 millimeters, and there is a large tie-down strap as well as 2 large cable routing holes. Moving down, you can see that we've made use of the 4 included Velcro straps for cable organization on the back of the motherboard tray. There's also a removable storage bracket. This bracket will support a single 3.5 inch drive as well as 2 2.5 inch drives. One thing that is worth mentioning about the cable routing holes here is that they have these like extended lips on them. So it makes it easier to route your cables. Also, your cables kind of don't come and stick out and get in the way of your side panel. So you have them on these 3 large ones here, as well as the ones on the top here right by your power supply. When it comes to testing, we're gonna be testing both temperatures and noise levels. So here's a full breakdown of our test system. Now, as we come to the end here, I think that I've always said that HYTE does things differently. They just do. And I think the X50 is an excellent, representation of that. Like I said, there are no right angles really on the exterior of this case, and not much on the interior either. Like, everything is rounded, and it just gives this case a really cool look. You also have a single piece design as far as that main side panel goes. And again, The other side is curved as well. It just gives us such a cool look. Even this power supply compartment has a curve on it. It's not a right angle. So this case just looks super, super cool. On top of that, you can have like, I think there's 7 different color variants that you can choose from. So if white's not your thing, you can get the black. If black's not your thing, you can get the matcha. There's like a purple, I believe there's a pink. Like there's so many different color options. And the really cool thing is that HYTE also sells their FA12 fans in all of those colors. So if you wanted to pick up the fans for the case, you can match the color to the case, which is awesome. And these fans are very quiet, super easy to install as well. But just remember that the case by itself does not ship with any fans. Now, as far as installation goes, I really didn't run into any issues. If anything, because we have our power supply mounted on the top here, routing your graphics card cable all the way around, you might have to use an extender if you wanted it to go all the way down to those, out the bottom of the case. That's the only thing that I would say because the power supply is mounted at the top, but everything went in no problem. This is a bigger case, so installation was easy, and I didn't really have to like go into the manual and look anything up. Everything was just pretty straightforward how to get everything installed. And like I said, I love the look of this case. I just really do. Like having this sit on my desk without really any RGB lighting or anything, I think it looks excellent. And if you're going for this look, you want something that's going to stand out. This case, for me, I think, like I said, it is going to be the perfect thing for you if you like this look. Now, the case without any fans is going to sell for $149.99. And then there is a version with not a glass side panel. It's going to be like that air side panel with just the ventilation. That's actually $129.99. And I think the pricing is very fair for what you're getting here. This is a very well designed case. Everything inside this case actually makes sense. Now, I would have liked to have seen a version with maybe 4 of the FA12 fans, maybe 3 in the front and then 1 exhaust, just so you could get the case and it's good to go out of the box, right? You don't have to buy fans or anything like that. That would have been nice to have that option, but overall, I really, really like this case, and it's probably one of my favorite cases that I've reviewed in the last few years. I just really like how it's designed. I like how it looks, and it's incredibly functional as well. So if you have any questions about this case, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. And of course, we will have our links below where you can go ahead and pick this up, and to our full written review over at thinkcomputers.org. Until next time, we'll catch you guys later.